What is going on, guys? Welcome back. Commentary for you. So, I actually want to change it up a little bit. I don't share a lot of my personal life on here, but there's probably going to be a little bit of that in this video. And this is a really exciting opportunity. You guys get on the ground floor of something can be a real life changer. They don't want a dollar. There's no sales pitch. This actually came to me from an investor that I've had on my channel. I've been on his channel, Jason McDonald. This is a relatively new company. It's got some industry veterans, which you'll see at the end, some great leadership, and all they really want is exposure. Let me start off by telling you that real estate is the number one wealth builder in America. It is. But the barriers to enter real estate are extremely high. I'll give you a prime example. You guys know I live in Maryland. Right now, to be an accredited investor, you have to make over $200,000 a year, 2 years in a row, or have $500,000 in liquid assets. I actually learned this in the most embarrassing way possible. There was some waterfront property that was being developed in Baltimore. I wanted to invest about $10,000 into it, and because I was not an accredited investor, and probably never will be, I did not meet that criteria and was basically told, for the only time in my life, your money isn't good here. And that's okay. I understand, where these regulations come from, but at that same time, if you follow my investing, I put a lot of money into real estate. I have thousands of dollars in Realty Income, Gladstone, Stag, WP Carey, and going that route has been very good for me, extremely successful. But as I've said in the past, you lack a lot of transparency in those investments. I did a whole video on Gladstone and how transparent they are in their leases and their buildings. But, to that point, Stag, Dave said that they've had Amazon buildings since 2019, and I've never actually seen those leased buildings. So I also have never told you guys, but I've invested in Fundrise, and I think it's a great platform. I don't want to divulge too much here with Pocket Properties as you look at the competitors chart, but if you look at what Fundrise has been able to do, if you have cash up front, $500, $1,000, $5,000, and you don't mind letting that money sit without a withdrawal penalty, that's a great resource, but that's a big commitment. That's a lot of money. And I think people that I've talked to, I guess if you want to look at it in the most common sense way, I've never mentioned my Fundrise. I've never promoted my Fundrise because I don't know in this economy that I would ever tell someone to put $500, $1,000, $5,000 into anything if they couldn't touch it for 5 years. Because there's just so much uncertainty, it doesn't seem like something that anyone should be recommending unless you're building a nest egg for your family. But, the great part about real estate is you can invest in it today and not have to worry about collecting rent or maintaining a building or having a team that's going to manage your tenant or close your leases. You guys know I work a full-time job. I do YouTube on the side. I manage, my portfolio, which probably over $100,000. You think I want to worry about somebody calling me at 2 a.m. because the toilet's broken? No. I just want something that's very passive. Now, with Pocket Properties, what they're looking to change, and just to say right now, they're halfway funded, more than halfway funded, because they are a minority-owned business. They have some accelerators in place already, which is going to do nothing but help them grow. And as I said in the beginning, because of this, they don't want money from you. They just want a commitment. They want to show interest, and they want to have people understand that there is a market out there for this type of investing, that you have people that are committed and will test this app when it releases. They want to show a wait list to establish people want this type of tool to help them buy into fractional shares of real estate outside the stock market, outside of saving for years and becoming an accredited investor. So in the same concept of traditional stocks, where you would invest in shares of properties that would pay you dividends, that you could trade whenever you saw an opportunity, whenever you needed to free up the money, that I think for a lot of people would be a much more realistic and approachable concept. I know for me it would be. And I'm already investing in other areas to get money into real estate. There's a link below. All you have to do is sign up, commit. They'll give you a free share, actually, as an early adapter. But the concept, to make it even simpler, I guess in layman's terms, in theory, let's say I could buy 10 shares of a residential home area in Baltimore, and I could hold that for 2 or 3 months, but then I find an apartment complex they're building in Flagstaff. I actually had a company that I worked for that I was going to move to Flagstaff. I've been there. So I know it's a great area. And let's say I wanted in on those apartments. I could sell my shares, I could purchase the apartment shares, and from a REIT perspective, all that would happen without me knowing what the company was doing. But now with this platform, I would have total control of what I was buying. And that's where you have the choice of what to do with your money, how it's being allocated. And I think that's what makes it a much more powerful tool for an investor. And of course, the app, secured by blockchain, already $500,000 committed in properties. It's a concept right now that not only will work on paper, but will actually work in the real world. And again, I believe I'm the second person that they've picked, from a social media presence to come out and speak about this. It's something I'm really excited for, something I can't wait to see in action, and something I know any of you that are interested in investing or interested in the stock market will definitely want to take a look at, because this is something that could really be a disruptor in the industry when it comes to real estate investing. So link down in the description. All you have to do is put in my code. As I said, you'll get a free share, just kind of becoming an early adapter, and then obviously let them know that you're willing to test this when it launches later on this year. Love to know your thoughts on it. Appreciate you checking it out. And I will be back in the week with more commentary.